necessarily you personally, but you, the environment, you, the legal system, you, the educational system. Every child that we give an opportunity for success has an opportunity to give back to us. And let me get this off my wall in my office. I want to read it to you.
Okay. Love and take care of children.
So Brian Andreas, and I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce his name, does storybook, I think it's Story People. But on my wall I have this saying, I hope it will be said, we taught them to stand tall and proud, even in the face of history. And the future was made whole for us all, one child at a time. And that's my message.
Singer and peace activist Mitra Rabar. What is your bottom line message that you would like to deliver to humanity?
My bottom line message is live your truth, for that's where God is.
Peace activist Keisha Thomas.
Wow, that's a deep question and can have so many different layers. But I think the bottom line message to humanity would be this. Don't jump to violence because it's the easiest way, because it's your first nature, because everything that comes out of violence is usually about a hurt feeling, right? You have a hurt feeling about something, so you react in a violent way. Sometimes when you have these hurt feelings, or a group of people have hurt feelings, you need to step back, get out of your feelings, and figure out what plan or what call to action you want to have, or what resolution. And when you start to focus on what resolution you want to have and work backwards, and violence is not one of the tools that you can use, you'll find in the long term you'll be more successful. So leave violence out of the equation.
Author Craig Lewis.
My bottom line message that I'd like to deliver to humanity is that when we work hard at helping ourselves, when we are dedicated to taking steps to improve our lives, to learn better ways to cope with the things we face in life that are troubling, when we develop coping skills that are helpful and effective for ourselves so that we can handle the situations we face in a more effective way so we have a better result. When we work on this, when we invest ourselves, when we try hard, I believe without any question that this process, these steps will result in improvements to our lives so we can live happier, healthier, more satisfying lives. Absolutely.
Professor Deborah Bowman.
Never give up. Never give up. Because when, you mentioned this prior to our talk, and I thought about humility and never give up, but we've covered humility. So I want to give that message because we talked a little bit about despair earlier and stuckness, and those are all forms of giving up. And I've been lucky because I've worked with people at the end of life. I've worked with people with serious trauma, and what I find is hopelessness can be a big place to get stuck. So never giving up is about continuing to crack open that inspirational book of quotes, to have that conversation with someone you love or someone you're having difficulty with, to understand after a serious loss of someone outside of us or a physical loss within ourselves, that all of it can be an opening to greater love and to greater insight and clarity of mind and heart. Because I've seen it happen at the end of life. I've seen it happen, and it's so beautiful. And it's so beautiful, like even to share these words with you and to hear your insights. It gives me more hope too. And hope is not an empty thing. it's a trust and a faith in life. And let's see, grace was something I talked about. I mentioned my talk about falling into grace. And I talked about the grace of presence itself, that grace isn't something that comes from outside and we're gifted by. Grace is there all the time. We just have to open our hearts and our minds and our eyes and our ears, and there it is. With presence, that is grace, because presence allows us to see and feel and open up because it's there all the time. And people get jaded, people get hopeless, people get, we all do at times. And never giving up. It's funny when you asked me about my life earlier, and I thought, what were my dreams? So there were dreams to be a speaker, to be a writer, to have a partner. I didn't find my life partner till I was 51, but I never gave up.
Well, that's for sticking to it, huh? And that is it. I join all of my guests in wishing you a very blessed 2015. And my personal resolution that I hope you take on is unconditional love. This is Slade Suter. Until next time, and next year, be authentic, be true, and be free.
Authenticity Radio.